Hey there, this is Fufski coming to you from Dubai again. I have just returned from Abu Dhabi yesterday and I'm currently at my new hotel. Today I'll just be exploring the Expo 2020 again a little bit more. So I will see you in the Expo. In this video, I spent 3 full days exploring pavilions and eating diverse cuisines at the Dubai Expo, including Kuwaiti, Azerbaijani, Emirati, and some Pan-African. Now I have arrived at the Expo. Let's get it started. But first thing, I'll probably get some food. I am a bit hungry. Let's go.
Hello, how are you?
I first passed by the Estonia Pavilion. There was a lighting exhibition inside the pavilion, illuminating beautiful blue light. Poland Pavilion. Surrounding the exterior were these kinetic sculptures representing flying birds migrating over Poland. Inside, there was a Polish table that turned voices into lights. I also saw Cyberpunk on display. This seemed to be treated as a source of national pride considering the popularity of this video game. There were also projections showcasing the landscapes and patterns. That is an immersive projection. Whoa. Friends Pavilion. The theme was history, culture, and technology. I'm now at Eswatini Pavilion and they have some of their local products. This is a sauce, lime marmalade, and it seems that I can try it here because it provides us with a spoon. Let's just try like a spoonful of this. A fruity lime jam, I actually kind of like it. Iran Pavilion. There were historical artifacts on display, including potteries and sculptures, and its cuneiform, one of the earliest writing examples known to man. There were also beautiful Persian carpets. I could only admire them, as I could not afford one. Malaysia Pavilion. There was a lighting exhibition called My Butterfly Effect, aimed to inspire and create a rippling effect through sustainable actions. There were also many shows on display showcasing Malaysia's blend of truly Asia culture and heritage. Now, it's time for some lunch. After walking around and seeing some more pavilion, I am extremely hungry. I'm starving now. Now it's 3 p.m. So I decided to have no other than Kuwaiti food. So yes, one thing about the expo is that you can always find some lesser known food at those establishments. But the problem is because I'm kind of late, right? Because it's 3 p.m. So the things I want, they don't have it. Like all the things I want, they don't have it. I'm like, yeah. I try to contain myself because I'm just really hungry, so I only go for the second option. Appetizers, there are some interesting ones that I like to know about, and they say they only have samosa and French fries. Like, why the would I have French fries in a Kuwaiti restaurant? Or, yeah, maybe they do that, but I'm not gonna do that. And for me, there's a lamb dish I really like, and they don't have it. So I decided to go for the second one, which is like a shrimp dish. Then there's dessert that they also don't have. So, whatever, I'm just gonna have something first, all right? So here I have this dish called murabiam. So basically salted shrimp with green lentils served over jasmine rice. And there is this tomato sauce, chili sauce, and a pickle. Yeah, let's dig in. I'm very hungry. Now it's 3:30 p.m. now. So yeah, I could definitely use some food here. I'm pretty hungry now, so anything is about to taste nice. A shrimp has that bouncy texture, mild spice flavor, maybe turmeric, a little cumin, lentil leaves, this is maybe. It has this minty flavor. I don't know if they add mint to it, but it has a minty fragrance to it. Jasmine rice. Not the best jasmine rice I have at a long shop, but this will do. At least I had Kuwaiti food now. Let's try some of their tomato soup. Dark kush. We also have chili paste here. Some chili paste and some pickles. Just kind of mix with everything here. The chili paste is nice. It has a very strong taste and it's quite spicy as well. I think I like the pickle one better. It's slightly milder and has the pickle scent in there. I'm just hungry now. I'm just about to eat whatever, so yeah, at least I had Kuwaiti food now. First time experience. Now here I have a dessert. This is a bit more interesting. It's a Kuwaiti dessert. The name is Kirs Aglai. I'm pretty sure I didn't read it right, but either way, that's the dessert. Let's see. Ooh, okay. It is like a sponge cake. Yeah. In description, it says it's a cardamom Kuwaiti sponge cake with sesame and stuff on the outside. I'm pretty sure they can make it better, but at least I had it. I don't know. It doesn't exactly taste like cardamom. Like baking soda flavor in there? Like, what? Yeah, I don't think I taste cardamom. At least it's so weak that I can't taste it. Well, I'd rather save my stomach for something else. So let's just get out of here. Continue the pavilion hunting. Canada Pavilion. There was a 3:30 immersive theater showcasing Canada's story. Aside from that, I really liked the art installation projecting flashing images onto the wall. Very picture-worthy. This is Uzbekistan Pavilion. All these reflections and the lights were quite interesting. And there are installations of light on top too. Other exhibitions included the Maragon mask from Papua New Guinea, different tribal masks from Central Africa, and jewels from Tajikistan. Lastly for the day, Spain Pavilion. There was an art installation at the entrance. Inside, there was an exhibition about environmental conservation. And that wrapped up the day. In fact, I was so mad at the mediocre food I had earlier that day, I didn't feel hungry and didn't eat anything else for the day. Well, I guess good for my weight loss. Fortunately, the next day I had much better foods. Hey there, this is Fufski coming to you from Dubai Expo 2020 again. Today is my 4th day at the Expo alone because the Expo is huge. There's a lot of things to see. Just 2-3 days really isn't enough. First thing, to get some lunch because I am kind of hungry. This is Azerbaijan Pavilion, so they serve Azerbaijani food. I got a feeling that this is sort of similar to like Turkish, Central Asia cuisine based on the history and culture I know about this place. But yeah, I can't wait to find out. I hope that the food here is good, or at least better than yesterday's. Oh, by the way, this isn't a dish, it's just a decoration plate in front of me on the table, but I just think it looks cool, so I place it here. Is this actual walnuts though? I think this plate is made with real walnuts. Well, I'm not gonna eat that though. First thing, as co-appetizer, we had this gurmach, basically like a wrap roll with chicken, tomatoes, and cheese stuffed inside. I don't know how Azerbaijani this is, but okay, because it just basically looks like a cold burrito wraps that you find in a lot of those supermarkets in the US. It's a sizable chunk. I think this is an American burrito wrap, really. Maybe with an Azerbaijani twist, because there is yogurt in it. That is not seen in the US. And also this powder might be sumac. Yeah, pretty much an American style burrito wrap with a bit of Azerbaijani twist in it. Not exactly the type of thing I'm looking for, but okay. Flavor-wise, it's pretty much comparable to those pre-packaged cold wraps you find in 7-Eleven or any supermarket. So it's not mind-blowing, but it's okay. It's not bad. I'll eat it. For our second dish, we have this shah palav. Well, now this one looks more properly Azerbaijani, especially this thing is kind of interesting. It is palav rice with pastry, probably meat stuff inside. There is chicken in it, I'm pretty sure of it, with red plums, which is avocado. Oh, there's rice in there too. So like walnuts, different mixed nuts, and rice inside. That actually looks kind of good. Chicken is pretty tender, very moist. Rice has some fragrance and there's a buttery flavor in there. Yeah, you can smell that too. So that's the nuts. Is that chestnut? Like, I think there's like mixed nuts and chicken in here. And the red plum is actually those little dry fruits around it. It's not inside. Inside is this chicken nuts mixture thing with this pastry shell. Try the crust. Slightly crispy, very buttery, nice fragrance. So I like this dish. It has nice flavor and fragrance, but could definitely use a bigger portion because this dish is not cheap. Like this palav is, I think, 107 dirham, which is quite expensive. I know it's in Expo, but compared to other food I had in Expo, this is the singly most expensive plate I have ever had. And the portion isn't a lot, right? Like it's okay. Like the size is okay, but like in terms of the meat and everything else, it's not a lot.
This is our homemade compote.
Oh, thank you.
Apple juice.
Apple juice?
But homemade.
Okay.
Prepared in our kitchen.
Okay, thank you. Well, I guess my YouTube perk has just kicked in again. Homemade apple juice. A homemade apple juice is very nice. It has this apple sweetness, but not overly sweet because this is a green apple, so it's on the lower sweetness side, I think. But it has that nice, clear flavor. Always nice to have apple juice. Well, I guess that makes up for it for the lack of meat and other content for the pilaf. I think I'll go to Azerbaijan to try the full version of this dish. Well, YouTuber perks kicked in again. The manager gave me this tea and nice dessert on top of this apple juice. I retract my previous statement about this thing being expensive. They're nice, okay? They're very nice. Also, I talked to the waiter about this too much, and he told me this is indeed traditional Azerbaijani food. So yeah, while it being pretty similar to the one I had in those market prepackaged cold food in the States, I guess they stole this from Azerbaijan. I'll eat it, like I said, again, I'll eat it. I do notice that with the addition of the yogurt and the shell bell peppers, makes it very refreshing. There might be boiled eggs inside it too. All right, moving on to our dessert, we have this called shekabura, a traditional Azerbaijani food, but I just looked it up. I think it originates in the Sasanian Empire, so it's like Persian/Azerbaijani. But anyway, you have this pastry with incisions on top, and there should be smoked nuts and sweets inside of it. It's very filling. Inside there is this nutty, sweet mixture mixed with the flour as a filling inside, and this as a whole thing. So it's a nice little pastry, nice little dessert. I think this reminds me of some Chinese dessert I had when I was a kid. Not exactly the same, but in that nature. Like you have a pastry and inside there's sugar, things like that. This is similar to that. All right, lastly, we have the tea here. This immediately reminds me of the tea I had in Turkey with sugar and lemon. Maybe I'll just try it first without anything. It might be like an apple cinnamon tea-ish thing, which is also very popular in Turkey/Azerbaijan, let's say. Put the sugar here. I'm not sure if I should add the lemon. I'll add it since it's provided on the side. Just mix it up like that. Slightly sweeter, slightly lemony because of course I added in there, so pretty nice. After the meal, I arrived at the Czech Republic Pavilion. This was one of the more popular pavilions, and I could immediately see why. The pavilion was technology focused, but at the same time displayed in a beautiful way. There was a kinetic mirror sculpture that constantly shifted and changed patterns, reflecting the surroundings in an interesting way. That is very fancy trendy art. Okay, I am all over the place now, I can see. It says this is the largest polished Bohemian sculpture. Other installations here were equally interesting. Well, there is also a robot arm doing 3D printing. The Czech Pavilion is definitely one of the coolest I have checked on the Expo. I'm currently inside the Czech Pavilion. They got these cool installations of mirrors on the side, and there's an LED screen in the back projecting different changing images as we speak. Very picture-worthy. I know you can't really see this, but inside this golden ring under the microscope in the very middle, there is a nano replica of the Great Mosque of Mecca. And Lithuania Pavilion. This was also a technology-focused one and fused elements of tradition and modernity. I quite like the display. This one looks so cool. Looks like it's some kind of holographic projection. If you look at from one side of the mirror, it was like this image. You go to the other side, it also has like an image right here. So it looks like whichever side you go, that side of the glass is always having that image facing you. Look at that. That is a very cool showpiece I have seen. I didn't expect Lithuanian Pavilion to have this kind of cool stuff. The world's first digital collector coin. Isn't that just NFT? Actually, I really do like this type of interpretation. Let's say if you really have an NFT, a living digital space, and you can somehow have it projected into this kind of fancy display base. I'll take it. This amber here is pretty cool. You can see an insect inside of it. Oh, that's pretty. I just don't have the money, but otherwise I'll totally buy it. Some other smaller pavilions included Armenia, the first Christian kingdom. I like its alphabet that's neither Latin nor Greek. Coffee and minerals from East Timor. A country recently gained independence from Indonesia in 2002. This is cool. I'm so comfy right now. Just lying in this sofa bed thing, looking at that river, landscape, image moving and everything. I have pretty much spent the entire day in the expo and now it's 10:30 p.m. I'm still here and as you can see there's a lot of people still here. It's bustling because there's a lot of things to see and all. And after a day of walking, I got hungry again, so I decided to have food at this restaurant that serves authentic Emirati food. So yes, the food from the Emirates. I think I have never had Emirati food before, although I have had food from the Gulf region, but not specifically from the country of Emirate. Which, funny, right? Because I'm in the Emirate. So it's kind of late. They only have a few selections, but fortunately those are the ones that I'm interested in. So I have an appetizer and a main course. An appetizer is fish kofta, basically fried fish bowl. And the main course is lamb makbul. Look at this. I think the differences between a makbul and biryani is just the differences of rice and how they prepare with some spices. So this is makbul. It looks really good and the portion is quite sizable compared to what I had for lunch. Remember, like the Azerbaijani thing, it's 100 dirham for something smaller. This is 70. But anyways, I'm very much looking forward to it. Also, the scenery is quite good as well. I'm having an outdoor seating. That is the main row. And right in front of me is that huge dome projecting all kinds of fancy imagery. So it's like I'm watching an open movie, except better. So first thing here, we have fish kofta, basically fried fish bowl, deep fry. Look at this color. Ooh, it's kind of crispy on the outside too. Anyways, let's try that. I am hungry. Whoa. Outside is really crispy and it's been deep fried, so you have that flavor. Not from the char, but you have the similar flavor. And inside you have the fish. It's crumbled fish, so the texture is a little flaky. It's a little different than the usually fish texture that I expected, but it's not bad. Although it is flaky, but I think it works here. Yeah, very nice crispy shell with that flavor. I like it. Let's get a bit more lemon juice on here. Seafood is always better with lemon. It cuts through that fried, intense flavor. Also, we have a bowl of yogurt here. Yogurt is used a lot in Middle Eastern cuisine, so I'm not surprised to see that at all. Usually you can mix it with rice, different meat. So I'm just gonna dip in my fish ball, fish kofta a little bit here. If you feel the meat or whatever is on the drier side, you can always use the yogurt for a little bit of a moisture. All right, let's try the main dish here, lamb makbul. Look at the size of it. Wow, that big chunk of lamb, the rice, all look very good. This is a dry lemon that's been cooked, so it absorbs some of the water and gets a little more plump than its dry form. Try the rice first. The rice has got a nice fragrance to it. a little bit of my spice, and a hint of the dry lemon. This one is so soft, falling off the bone as I pick it. Very nice flavor. You got the lamb flavor itself, a hint of spice, and a hint of dry lemon. Just like the rice, but more intense. Also, there's a lot more meat, so it's a lot more satisfying. Got some yogurt on there. That yogurt actually adds a bit of acidity in there. Very nice, actually. I like it. There's some fatty part of the lamb, which tastes even better. I like it when there's a lot of meat. So that pretty much wraps up the day. It's pretty late, and you get some rest. I'll see you in the next one. The last day, I needed to check a few more boxes. Singapore Pavilion. This was a net zero energy pavilion showcasing urban innovations. There were water sprays along the walking path to cool me down in the intense heat. It was truly a walk in the park. Hey there, this is Fufski coming to you from Dubai Expo 2020. Today is my 5th day in the Expo and also my last day. Yes, this is literally the last day of Expo, March 31st. So I'm taking a chance to see something more while I'm at it. I'm currently at a restaurant called Al-Kiburan. It is a dining hall of sorts, serving different kinds of African-inspired food. So there are many smaller food stands inside this big Al-Kiburan food court. So this one I'm having here is lamb shank with lentil curry. This is said to be a Kenyan dish. Maybe with a twist. I have never had any Kenyan dish before. So this is my first exposure to Kenyan food. So let's look at this lamb shank. It looks very soft, almost like falling up. Ooh, look at that. That's some nice lamb shank right there, breaking apart. Well, this plate swerves a little bit because it's not a flat base. But at least you get to see this lamb here, steaming hot. Oh, that's okay. Anyway, I think that's awesome. Let me just try a piece of this. It's got a nice lamb flavor to it, soft, falling apart. And there's a hint of lemon inside here as well. The spice is more on the milder side. I don't think there is too much spice inside the lamb. It's just more of the lamb flavor itself. All right, let's try some of the lentil here. This is lentil curry. The lentil's got an earthy flavor to it, also a hint of lemon. So we also have this like a roti, like a bread. I don't know if I'm supposed to eat like this, but I gotta feel that I should be doing it. Something like this. Grab some lentils and lambs, everything. Okay, so let's try this lamb shank lentil curry with the roti all together. You got a bite of everything. I think this is definitely the way of eating it. So now we have this Congo chocolate bar. I don't know how Congo this thing is really, because I'm certain Congolese don't put goat leaves on top. But it seems that they use like local ingredients like the coconut, chocolate inside. So firm like a cake. Oh yeah, inside it's a cake. It has 2 layers. That's interesting. That is so good. The chocolate bar is very nice. And there are different textures in there. There's some small crumble inside, and the texture inside is actually quite creamy. And also it's a cold dessert. Not an ice cream, but it's cold, it's chilled inside. I'll try it again. Yeah, I actually really like it. There are 2 layers, but inside there are like these crumbles, like a cake-ish thing. Chocolate fudge in the middle, glaze on the top, so all around. Fudge thing, well, it's not really a fudge, but the inside content is chilled and creamy. And there's this little textural contrast, and this is very good. So with this meal being concluded, let's explore the expo a bit more. Oh, look at this. That's nice. Lastly, China Pavilion. I just had to visit this one before it ended, and I waited for almost an hour to enter. But I had to say, the overall presentation didn't live up to my expectation. The aesthetic and display here were comparable to an average trade show that you find anywhere in China. And compared to other sizable pavilions, this was clearly below average. I was not impressed. I brought this up to the staff and she said, oh, maybe this is because of the reserved personality of the Chinese people, which was total nonsense, but whatever. So this is Chinese Pavilion. Check out the box. I have visited the Chinese Pavilion. Done deal. So look at this. This is the Chinese stand, okay? This is a Singaporean stand. And this is Lithuania. Come on, like Lithuania. And well, look, Santomer and Principe. Do you even know where this place is? And look at the stamp, right? Then Laos, look at how big Laos is. Well, and Tonga, we have Congo, we have Kenya, we have Cameroon. Look at the design. We have Guinea-Bissau. We have Belize. We have Bhutan, Guatemala, another Congo. Right? Look, and Yemen. Just look at Yemen, Maldives, and this is China's. Like, I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. Well, actually, I'm more than a bit disappointed. I'm very disappointed. But I can't really say in front of the camera that I'm very disappointed, so I'm just gonna say I'm a bit disappointed. End of story. So that wraps up my entire visit at Dubai Expo 2020. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this one, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram to get the latest update. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.